Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sabri bin Abdul Hamid and my metric card number is 2011919. I am from FINC 4301, which is Qawaid Fiqhiyah for Banking and Finance. And in this video, I'm gonna to present about the one of Islamic legal maxim, which is Al-Umuri Maqasidiha. That means matters are determined by intentions. First of all, I will tell you the hadith that very related with this first legal maxim. Innamal a'malu binniyat wa innama likulli imri'in ma nawah. فمن كان هجرته إلى الله ورسوله فهجرته إلى الله ورسوله ومن كانت هجرته للدنيا يصيبها أو امرأة ينكحها فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه. Actions are only accurately assessed in light of intentions, and every person will earn what he intended. Therefore, his migration was for Allah and His Messenger. His migration is for Allah and His Messenger, and his migration was to achieve some worldly gain or to take a woman in marriage. Then his migration is for what he migrated for. So our actions are determined by our intentions, whether they are good intention or bad. Therefore, we should always check our intention before we do or say anything. We must make sure that the action is for the sake of Allah, so that it is accepted by Allah and that we will be rewarded. Next, the general meaning of Al-Umuri Maqasidiha is an act of any human beings just in of the intention or the purpose it seeks to have effects. And the purpose of the intention is to differentiate acts of worship and customary acts. For example, if someone refrains from eating and drinking from Fajr until Maghrib without having the intention of fasting, he will consider as not fasting. So, fasting without intention will not be rewarded, and fasting with intention will be rewarded because of the ibadah. We go to the phase of intention. There are 5 phases of intention, and it started with hadith, khatir, hadith an-nafs, ham, and azam. So, hadith is a natural occurrence of an idea in the heart or mind, and when the ideas run through the mind, it is called khatir. Hadith an-nafs is the internal assessing of pros and cons, but still undecided. And when intention to commit become dominant over refraining from it, and intention becomes the determination act, it is ham and azam. So, intention is very important because it will give big impact in situation. We are fasting, the type of fasting is different with our own intention. The fasting will consider as sunat fasting, nazar, alternate fasting, and something else. Depends on our niyyah. Another example is when someone is giving sedekah. If he gives sedekah with the intention of want to get famous or praise from someone else, the charity that he will do will get nothing. So, he will be rewarded if he gives sedekah for the sake of Allah and want helping other people. On the other hand, in criminal situation, if there is a case of murder, if a murder occurred with intentional intent, the guilty will be subjected to the punishment of qisas. However, if killing without an intent, such as accident or shooting in the forest because of the thought of an animal, in that situation, the offender is not subject to the death penalty but must pay diyah to deceased. This Islamic legal maxim is also applicable in Islamic finance. For example, in wakaf. In wakaf, scholars agree that the fundamental role of wakaf is that property cannot be sold gifted or inherited. If a wakaf property become unproductive, the trustee administrator may exchange it for a productive one. There is istibdal to dispel the suspicion that he would profit personally from the exchange of the wakaf. The trustee would have to provide evidence of his claim. So the intention related is the judge use objective evidence to distinguish between the administrator's legitimate and corrupt intentions. In Islamic FX forward, many businesses sell their wares to customers in other countries. They pay their suppliers in local currency, but their customers pay in foreign currency. If the value of the foreign currency on the day they sell their goods is lower than when they were produced, the producer may suffer a loss. As a result, many contemporary scholars permit the use of Islamic FX, foreign exchange, forward. However, it is only permitted to be used for hedging and not for speculation. So, the application of intention is to confirm the customer intents by determining the intended use of the Islamic FX forward. So, thank you for listening. That's all from me. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.